lengths. Your feet, can you see me? Your feet straight, like the Darwin class, the shoulder width. You bend your knees slightly, straight back, and you go from your heart. And following that kind of shape of the knife, this one is slightly round. So you go.
I read in the book from Adeline that, and it's written that if you're right-handed, you just have to sharpen the right side, like the right.
But you also in the left hand, so you don't have to use both hands. It's good to train your brain. Yeah. What you see, it's of course that black spots, so those little trace elements from that metal from your knife, it's there, so always in the meantime, you just wash it. Yeah? And then you go again over the whole length of the stone. And then also turning and going from the other side. What is sometimes more easy, that you go, you see that? In the little spiral movement. So that's also an option. Maybe you know by the hairdresser or by the barber what they do, by the man to cut the leather strap, exactly, and they go punch. Also, it's kind of to resharp. It's not if you have a really dull knife that you would sharpen with it. But so again, so either this or you go and use the whole space of the stone, because otherwise what would happen is that after some time there will be like a yes, exactly. Now what you need to do afterwards, you just like on the street, you make it wet, the tile, and then you make a big circle movement in order to get it straight again. So there is no how's it, groove?
Groove or indentation.
Yes.
So how long would you spend sharpening the knife? How long would you spend sharpening the knife?
I do that usually when I have to cook somewhere, that I go out, then I do it, so it's maybe 3 or 4 times a week, but it's just a little bit. Shortly, I'm done with
like
5 minutes.
And then, so how often would you sharpen?
Look, if you take care for your knife, as I was mentioning, that it's not between other metal material.
And why is that? Also the blade won't get
of course, because the blade will get damaged.
Yeah.
So you may need it maybe once or twice a year to kind of resharp it. So that's it. But what I definitely do is that, especially this knife, when you buy those knives we have downstairs, they have a very light oil kind of layer. So that the metal is not hard metal, it's also porous material, and it's breathing. So you also, concerning to take care for your knife, you don't have to wash it with the soap, don't do that. And if you do with the hot water, you directly dry out. Dry out. Because then it's not with, of course, even natural detergents and those which are cleaning it, it's not being damaged on the long term. And once a year what I do, I always put like, I take like a cloth, I put it into the sesame oil, and then I wrap it for a night. And then he gets kind of the oil bath that you take care for your knife. So again, you clean up. You put with this, with the left hand, I'm putting slightly pressure. Yeah?
Are we going to practice this in the class?
Yes. Yeah, so with each workshop, we have a next workshop where we have a cutting styles. So bring your knives if it's not a new one, but even if you have only new ones, I will take the knives from the kitchen and we can resharpen it because they always they need it.
And then what about electric sharpeners? You wouldn't use them?
No, I don't like that because you don't have that sense of how much do you need to sharpen. So I'm not using that. But of course they can be good. But
well, I just think if you're sort of in a hurry.
This is. Yeah. If you are in a hurry, just a moment. I just finished this one. Then the final you just. And you feel that on this one how it goes, and then you can always check with the vegetables. I don't know the vegetables here, but there is a link.
Yeah. What is link?
That a knife shouldn't be too sharp. That it's standing. That it stays on your cutting board. That's not nice because then you can't. Very nice. You adjust with the weight of the knife it goes through. Yeah. So I don't use any pressure. So that's how it should be. I'm going to cut more. But so tomorrow we need. When we have a class together, your knife. When it's too sharp. Yeah, what would you do? Of course, it will slightly go away by the first cutting. It becomes less. But otherwise, sometimes I say that they just do like that. Only slightly, but not on the stone. On the wood, you get kind of that edge to it away. But so this is good. But when you say you are in a hurry, you are somewhere you have to cook, then.